Hey guys, welcome back to Lord Hippo Guy's channel. I'm making this video because a lot of people in my last video, if you haven't watched the Patreon video, go ahead and give it a look around, go ahead and give it a watch. They were talking about that I was talking about what kind of new spellcaster I wanted. They were like, oh, that's already there. There's the Chronology Magic Wizard, and there's the Clockwork Soul Sorcerer. Now, let's start with the Clockwork Soul Sorcerer first, shall we? Wrong. That's not what I meant. I wanted new time spells. I want new spells that have to do with time. Now, don't get me wrong, the abilities that you get are pretty cool. I give them, they're okay. The first one that you get at first level, where anyone that I see that gets advantage or disadvantage, I can just take it away. That's pretty cool, and you can use it up to your proficiency. I think that one's cool. Don't get me wrong. Restore Balance is what it's called. I think Bastion of Law is pretty interesting too. I think that one could be good. Transorder is pretty cool too. And Clockwork Cavalcade or whatever it's called. I think they're all cool. But what I wanted was spells. I don't think there's enough time-based spells. If you're going to be a time sorcerer, time wizard, whatever, time spellcaster, I want damaging spells that have to do with time, healing spells that have to do with time, speed, movement spells that have to do with time. I want everything to have to do with time. Think of it this way. When you're playing a fire sorcerer, a fire mage, are you going to use an acid spell? No, not if your character is mainly going to be a fire mage. Now, you could say, like, yeah, I could do that, but that doesn't make any sense because you're a dumb, stupid head, and that's dumb. If you're going to play a certain type of character, it doesn't make sense to use different types of spells. That's like saying, I'm an archer fighter. Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. I have trained with the bow since I was 4. Uh-huh. Yeah, but when I get into combat, I use a halberd. Why? Well, you know, because I can. Yeah, I know you can. Doesn't mean you should. That's what I'm talking about. Now, the other one that somebody was starting me with that is called Chronology Magic. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Whatever. Correct me in the comments. Tell me how to pronounce it. This one looks cool. I like this one. Here's the problem. I've never seen it, and it's not in any of the D&D Beyond things, unless I guess you need the books. But even when I have the books, I've never seen this before. Listen to some of these. Some of these are cool. Chronal Shift at 2nd level is pretty cool. You can make somebody re-roll an attack roll or an ability check or a saving throw. That's pretty cool. You can use it twice, which is pretty cool. Temporal Awareness, I think, sounds cool. At 2nd level, you can add your intelligence modifier to your initiative rolls. That's pretty cool. 6th level is an action. You can magically force a large or smaller creature you can see within 60 feet of you to make a con saving throw against your spell save DC. And unless it's a success, the creature is encased in a field of magic energy until the end of your next turn, or until the creature takes damage. But while it's encased in this way, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0, which is pretty cool to just make somebody like, stop! Hammer time! Arcane Abeyance. I don't know how you pronounce that one. That one's kind of weird. 10th level, you can cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or lower. You can condense the spell's magic into a mote. The spell is frozen in time at the moment of casting and held within a gray bead for 1 hour. This bead is a tiny object with an AC of 15 and hit points of 1 and is immune to poison and psychic damage. When the duration ends, or if the bead is destroyed, it vanishes in a flash of light and the spell is lost. Creature holding the bead can use its action to release the spell within, whereupon the bead disappears. The spell uses your spell attack bonus and save DC, and the spell treats the creature releases a... Once you create a bead with this feature, you can do it in... Yeah, this one seems kind of useless. Unless... The only way I can see this going good is if you use, like, you use, like, 6 level 4 fireballs, and you put them into all these beads, and then run into your main boss and just detonate them all at once. If you can even detonate them all at once. Yeah, I don't know. That one sounds weird. And then Convergent Future. Starting at 14th level, you can peer through possible futures and magically pull one of them into events around you, ensuring a potential outcome. Make an attack roll and build a check, so you react, ignore the die roll and decide whether the number rolled is the minimum need to succeed or one less than that number. Oh wow, this one sounds broken. So basically that just means if I roll and I'm like, did I hit? And you're like, no. Yes, I did. And it's like, did I hit? And you could look and be like, no, you missed by 1. That's kind of crazy. You can't use it more than once. Understandable. But some of these like spells look super cool that you get as well, like Sapping String. For starters, Sapping String. You sap the vitality of one creature you can see in range. The target must succeed a con save or take 1d4 necrotic damage. Now, sure, it's only 1d4, but it's a time-based spell that you're using against your enemy. Like, that's what I was talking about. That's what I want to see, okay? And I understand that some of you are like, but there's already these classes. Yeah, but nobody uses them. I've never heard of them. None of my DMs have ever brought it up, and nor have I ever seen somebody just talk about it in, like, regular thing, which makes me think they're probably not allowed at most tables, unless your DM is cool. Which then, completely different topic. All right, I'm done my rant. Random rant for the video.